Hello, my name is Nat. I use they, them pronouns. I created this social justice trivia night for MSU Denver students and held the trivia night in person in the fall semester of 2021. I thought it would be good to record this so that students and teachers can have access to it and use it however they would like. So you can do this with friends, by yourself, or in the classroom. The rules are simple. I'll show you the question, read the question, and then I'll wait just a few seconds because this is a video. You can pause it before I show the answer. So, let's get started. What Netflix movie made by Ava DuVernay explores the history of racial injustice in America? And the answer is C, 13th. Next question. Who said it? Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. And the answer is A, Maya Angelou. Next question. What major East Coast city committed to cutting their police budget by $1 billion in 2020? The answer is B, New York City. Just so everyone knows, this budget cut did not make a dent and did not significantly reduce police brutality. Within the same budget cut, the city put a higher freeze on every city agency except for the police department. There are lots of YouTube videos out there that talk more in depth about this budget cut. Okay, next question. What was the LGBTQ plus organization called that Marsha P. Johnson and Silva Rivera started in New York City? And the answer is C, the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries. Transvestite is an old term that we no longer use, and that these two activists likely would not be using if they were still with us. Next question. What queer FX series was influenced by ball culture? And the answer is B, Pose. Next question. What activist organization lists launching a full investigation into the ties between white supremacy and the Capitol Police, law enforcement, and the military as one of their number one goals? And the answer is Black Lives Matter. A, Black Lives Matter. Next question. Which of the following books was written by author Roxanne Gay? The answer is D, Hunger. The other books, Feminism is for Everybody and All About Love, were both written by Bell Hooks. Sister Outsider Essays and Speeches was written by Audre Lorde, both also women of color and feminists. What NPR podcast focuses each episode on language and race? The answer is Code Switch. Who are the indigenous people that inhabited the Caribbean prior to European colonization, including Puerto Rico? The Taino people. What professional sports league has been committed to social justice issues more than any other professional sports league since they started? Just so everyone knows, NFL is the National Football League. The NWSL is the National Women's Soccer League. The NBA is the National Basketball Association. The WNBA is the National Women's Basketball Association. Answer is D, the WNBA. Who is/was the first Black woman to deliver a response to the State of the Union address? The answer is A, Stacey Abrams. What MSU Denver program/department hosted an event last semester, that's spring of 2021, with the keynote speaker, Cara Page? B, GITA, the Gender Institute for Teaching and Advocacy. What was the name of the Black neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, known as one of the Black Wall Streets? Answer C, Greenwood. The other ones listed were also Black Wall Streets, they just were not in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Who was the somewhat controversial Asian American activist who worked with Malcolm X and held him while he died from gunshot wounds? B, Yori Koshima. In what current-day U.S. state did the Awanichi, the Miwok people, fight against U.S. militias in order to stay on their land in the 1850s? Answer is A, California. Specifically, what we now know as Yosemite National Park. Who was one of the first feminists to use the term trans-feminist in their essay, The Trans-Feminist Manifesto? Answer is B, Emi Koyoma. Approximately what percentage of people in the world who are currently in prison live in the United States? Answer is B, 22%. Just a note, approximately 2.12 million people were incarcerated in the U.S. in 2020. For reference, China incarcerated about 1.7 million people in 2020, and China is second to the U.S. for the highest incarceration rates in the world. Black males account for almost 35% of men in U.S. prisons. Who is/was the first African American historian to be the secretary of the Smithsonian Institution and founded the National Museum of African History? Answer D, Lonnie Bunch. Who was the FBI director that targeted the Universal N-Word Improvement Association, the UNIA, led by Marcus Garvey? Answer B, J. Edgar Hoover. In the case Martinez v. Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission, Martinez and other young people were attempting to do which of the following? Answer D. They wanted to require Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission to deny drilling permits. Okay, if there is a tie and you're playing with friends or you're playing in teams of some sort, we have a bonus round. This bonus round is geared towards MSU Denver students, so if you are not an MSU Denver student, it would be very hard to answer these. But we'll go ahead and do it, and then I will give you the answers after I read the question. What does Cmei stand for? Answer Center for Multicultural Engagement and Inclusion. What approximate percentage of undergrad students at MSU Denver are first generation? The answer for that one is between 50 and 60%. Next question. What is one event Cmei hosted this semester that does not include social justice trivia night? This semester being fall of 2021. One of the events that another EPL hosted was History of Stereotypes Dialogue, and they did 3 different events for that series. What campus-wide service provides free and confidential resources and assistance to survivors of interpersonal violence? The answer is the Phoenix Center of Auraria. They are also on Anschutz campus, and they go by the PCA. What is one program under Cmei that is not the Equity Peer Leaders? So we have the Urban Leadership Program, we have student orgs, and we have 17 plus organizations under Cmei. So pretty sure you can just go look that up on the MSU Denver Cmei website. Thank you for watching and participating.